next poet, who I find fucking amazing to be a hell of a writer. Please give a warm round of applause for Yosimar Reyes.
I don't know what freedom looks like. I don't know what freedom looks like because it was never introduced to me through the birth canal or conceived in my mind. Never felt it in breath, in prayer, or tasted it in victory. You see, understanding never ran parallel to the streets I walk on, never was considerate of the repression that walks by. Sometimes I feel like my arms carry the heterosexual world, and I can't let go because my body will disintegrate into nothing, formulate back into the nothing this society has made me. My ears bleed from hearing other people's negativity. Their insults have tainted this skin the color of dirt. Same dirt they try to cover up with their paved roads just so they can walk on top of me. I can feel the earth within me pounding to be set free from this homophobic concrete mentality. I read somewhere that people like me are born with two spirits, just like an eclipse, sun and moon. Yeah. Feminine and masculine in one body. This is a nice idea. And I love the illusion that people like me are special, created to represent the beauty in nature, and not just another walking punchline or one more unresolved hate crime. But sometimes I feel like all these labels stacked upon me are suffocating, squeezing this life so tight that I just want to stop breathing, just want to let go of all this negativity. And I understand that this poem may not be relevant to most people, because they're still stuck in a heterosexual mentality, same mentality Master had when he defended slavery. People don't seem to understand that I'm a walking slave, that I may not have chains around my feet, but I am not free, that with every insult I get whipped. I just wish these wounds were not internal so the world could see how decrepit it has made me. Sometimes I feel like the Jim Crow laws have been rewritten in order to make every queer person illegal. Because just like what they said about interracial marriage, they don't say about gay marriage. It's not right. It's against the will of God, against the principle of life. I just wish the world would understand that I'm not a product of molestation, of an absent father, or too much time spent with mother. That being gay is not synonymous to having AIDS. That the only sickness I suffer from is fear. Because just like everyone else, I am a coward, afraid to speak because I know I wouldn't be reading this if my mother sat in one of those seats. Because I don't have the courage to slit my wrists. Because I don't know how much articulation does it take to reintroduce myself to every single person that thought they knew me. Because I don't know how to explain to my grandparents that there will be no legacy to carry out my last name. I am everything you don't want to be in this country or any other. Rejected by my culture, my family, by everything that raised me, by everything that gave birth to a poor, ugly, undocumented, queer Chicano. I am all this, and yet I am nothing. I remember staying up at nights, praying past smooth-filled skies for a blessing, a different life, a different path, praying to lose consciousness and be born again with a different fate. I no longer want these minds, these hands, these Siamese spirits fighting to find balance. I want to be divided, separated, no longer be a duality, no longer rejected. I remember that on my 12th birthday, as I blew the candles, I prayed to the Creator to change me, to bless me with heterosexuality. Take this so-called wickedness out of my body. Take me back to those simple days before I knew the definition of sexuality, before puberty distorted my identity, stripped my innocence, tore me apart, and spit me into adolescence, disjointed and in pieces. Sometimes I wish I were nothing, invisible like breath, like wind, just spirit, no body, no head. Sometimes I wish I were nothing but voice.